friends. Before I start the video, I just want to say Happy Thanksgiving. And if your name starts with H, then I want you to tell someone you're a unicorn. Okay? So basically, in this video, I'm starting a creepy story collection. Because I had some creepy stuff happen to me and I want to talk about it. So, I have 2 stories for you today. And my first one I will be naming The Ghost Dog. One second, I need my creepy light. Okay, the light's here. Now, I'm gonna make this a little bit more creepy, just for the atmosphere. I am sorry, let's probably pause the video, you don't need to watch. Okay. Into our first story. The Ghost Dog. So, I have this dog named Zoe. You've seen her before, the white one. She's in the Dog is Watching video. And sometimes in the middle of the night, she wants to get into my parents' room, but their door is closed. Obviously, she can't open the door. So, what I do is I come out and I open the door. Or she might be inside the room trying to get out. Because we have a hallway that the dogs like to sleep in. But they also have beds in my parents' room. So, my parents are sleeping. I try not to wake them up. So, Zoe's in her bed. So I come in. I don't want Zoe coming out. I'm here to get Zoe, but she's in her bed. And I go over and I'm like, Zoe, what's wrong? And then she walks down the stairs. And I don't want her going downstairs because they can't be downstairs. Because my dad doesn't want them pooping on the stairs. And it's like this mist dog. Like Zoe as a ghost that walks down the stairs. And I think it's Zoe at this moment. And I go, Zoe, get back here. And I go to grab her. Nothing's there. I turn around. And Zoe's still in her bed. And I still don't know what that was. Ooh, okay. So, our next story is The Fox and the Chicken. So, it was about a year ago. I had 7 chickens. But don't get too attached to this chicken. She dies. So this chicken's name was Big Red. Because it was our biggest chicken. And it was like a redhead color. You know that one color. And we used to let them free roam around, and they eventually walk their way back to the house, like a outdoor cat, but with chickens. They would stay together, except for Big Red. He didn't like to stay with them. Like, if the chickens were here, Big Red would be here. So, I was doing homeschool when this was it, so I'm sitting on the couch reading a book with my mom, and my friend Ava starts spam calling me. And she just keeps calling and calling and calling. And she's messaging me. And my mom's trying to be like, you can talk to her later. We have to do this right now. And then eventually my mom gives in. Because, like, it must be something important, right? Like, asking for a sleepover or something, she thinks. And I turn on it, and I call her. She's still spamming me at this point, so I tap on one of her things when she's trying to call me, and she's like, Sheridan, there's a fox chasing your chickens. And I'm like, oh my god. And I start, like, you know that thing where you're, like, yelling and crying at the same time? Yeah, I was doing that to my mom, like, oh, what the chicken's gonna do? Oh my god. So we go outside, and we see my chickens running up my neighbor's road with a fox behind them. But then the fox sees us, and he runs off into the woods. Big Red isn't with the other chickens. We start bolting after the fox so we can find Big Red. Well, my mom does. I'm too scared. I'm like 9. So I'm like slowly walking, and the fox goes to the woods. And with the neighborhood boys, they bring out their shovels and their like pitchforks, you know, those ones you use in the garden, and they're like throwing at them, like throwing bats and like baseballs at the fox. And then the fox bites Big Red right in the neck. Just sitting there. The fox comes along and bites it right in the neck. Drops it. Stares right at me in the eyes. And then runs off. My mom goes to retrieve her Big Red. He's dead. But the next day, I was out, like, playing in the woods, because I'm 9, and I was, like, pretending to be a fairy or something, I don't know. And I see this fox out in the distance with blood on its mouth. It looks straight at me in the eyes and disappears. It was, like, so far away that I thought it was just, like, a figment of my imagination. And I look back, and I swear I saw these green eyes that disappeared. Okay. So that's the end of all our spooky stories. I hope you like this. I also want to say Happy Thanksgiving. I know these were dark, but I'll be bringing some more if you like them. Please comment if you have any spooky stories. I will give a shout out if you give me some. I will use it in my next video, and I'll give you a shout out. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Bye.